Hey, what is going on YouTube? Hacker007 here. So, as a Jamaican YouTuber, how much money can you make? Now, I currently have 16,731 subscribers. And for the sake of this video, I'll be changing the currency to my currency. So let's go to settings and let's change it to the Jamaican dollars. All right, so Jamaican dollar, click on save. All right, there are a few things to know before being monetized on YouTube here. YouTube has actually reduced the monetization requirements, so it is now 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours or 3 million short views. Now, what this means is that it does not mean you'll start earning from ad, but you'll be able to get supers and those kind of stuff, persons to join your membership and all of that. All right, so let's go to what we are really here for. That's the analytics. Now, this is in the last 28 days. Now, my channel was in a bit of a decline and I'm just getting back to posting on a regular. But currently in the last 28 days, we're at 130,000 views. Now, this is because there are a few factors actually to include in this calculation. So 130,000 views. Now, some of the YouTubers might have gotten that amount of views and have made close to $1,000. Now, that is because of 1,000 US, that is. Now, that is because of a thing called RPM and CPM. Now, those values are based on the location, basically the viewer demographic. So if a person is viewing your video from India or let's say Singapore, that RPM and CPM would be lower than a person who is viewing your video from, let's say, the United States or UK. So those are a lot of factors to consider. And another thing to note is that the content which you post also varies. So if you're posting content that covers finance and all of that, so finance, beauty, tech, those would typically have a higher CPM than just typical how-to videos on general topics. So my channel is basically on how to do things on your phone, how to do things on your computer. So this is my overview for the last 28 days. Now let's put it for 2023 to see what we've made so far in 2023. Now it is currently July, and as you can see here, I've only made 446,000 views. Now, as I've said, my channel is just getting back to where it was. So in 2023, we haven't really made much, but we're getting there. By the end of summer, I want to get this to at least 1 million views in 2023. All right, so as you can see, the revenue currently just a few hundred Jamaican dollars on a daily basis. Now, on this particular day, we made a few thousand here and there. And if we should go to 2022, we can do a bit of a comparison. In 2022, we got 3 million views and we got over $800,000. Now, this is all over time, right? So it would not be for any particular day. So on this day, I made 28,000 and so on and so forth. And as you can see, this day made 44,000, 40,000, and all of that. So it all varies on the number of views. And when you're making videos, you typically need to consider the fact of your target audience and if it is a video that they would like to see. Now, let's switch it to lifetime. And as you can see, I've made a total of 5 million views. Now, obviously, not all of those views are monetized, and I'll go into a bit more detail on that in a short. So for 5 million views, I've actually made $1.3 million. So you could say that YouTube made me a millionaire if all of this was received at once. So if we should go to see more, now this is where things get a bit more specific. Now this is where you could filter based on content, traffic, geography, and everything down to viewer age, gender, revenue source, and all of that. You could even add more here. So this is where I like to go to see what is happening behind the scenes. Now, as you can see here, my estimated revenue, 1.3 million. Now, typically YouTube would give the creator 55% of the revenue and they would take 45%. So if I should click on this, add a metric to the table and select the YouTube ad revenue, this will show me how much money my channel has made overall. And this is what I got from it. So YouTube basically got $1 million from, well, 1 million Jamaican dollars from my channel. Yeah, so they take 45% of the revenue, we get 55% as creators. And as you can see here, we have videos which generated the most income, and as you can see, it is going pretty good, to say the least. And to consider this as just a side hustle for the time being, I haven't made YouTube my full earning source of income, because I need to definitely get it to a specific point where I can say, okay, this is a livable wage and I can get this as a full-time revenue. Additionally, you could add other metrics to the table. You could add CPM to see which video pays how much, and you could add the RPM. So as you can see, these are Jamaican currency. So this one would be about $10 US, $4 US, and so on. So we could even add the RPM, revenue per mil. So we have revenue per transaction, we have RPM here. Now RPM is what we would actually get paid. So once YouTube gets the amount from the advertisers, the RPM, so that's the CPM, cost per mil, RPM, revenue per mil. So the advertisers would pay a certain amount, YouTube would give us a certain amount of that. And sometimes I feel that they are biased with the amount that they give. Sometimes it's just pennies, to say the least, and advertisers are paying way more than what they're giving. Now, as you can see here, we have another metric, estimated monetized playback. Now, my channel has had 3.26 million monetized playbacks, right? However, I have around 5 million views in total. Now, that is because a lot of my videos from the earlier stages weren't monetized, and those videos aren't on my channel anymore. And as you can see, not all views are counted as monetized views. Some views just count as views but not monetized views. It depends on how long an individual watches your videos as well. So we have to take in all of those factors into consideration. So estimated monetized playback, 3.26 million views. And that would garner 2.4 million. So it's a little bit less than, per 1,000 views would generate this revenue. But I could say that it's pretty good if you check the stats. And our channel has had 23.9 million impressions in its lifetime. So these are some metrics which you could go through, and you could go through the traffic source, the geography, cities, viewer age, viewer gender, and all of that. Now, obviously, most of my channel is male because of the specific topic that I cover on YouTube. We could even go to revenue source and we could see that watch page ads, YouTube Premium, and Shorts feed. I've barely made anything from Shorts. So yeah, that's it. Quick walkthrough of the YouTube studio. How much YouTube pays me as a Jamaican YouTuber with 5 million views. So $1.38 million, 1.338 million. So thank you for watching. I hope this video provided you with some insight and motivated you as a creator to start your YouTube journey. It is never too late to start. As you know, YouTube algorithm does not provide any form of favoritism to specific creators, but you could go ahead and start. Your channel might just be the one to take off and get you up to 20,000 subscribers in a matter of weeks. So feel free to give it a try. It is pretty easy to get set up. It is a tedious process to edit and all of that, but I mean, if you want good, the hair knows have to run. Now that's just a saying in Jamaica, but you get the meaning. So yeah, that's it. An overview of my channel. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. So thank you for watching. Hacker Plus 7 out.